Good morning. Happy Friday. Good Friday. Happy Good Friday. Hope you guys are doing alright. Alright, we started streaming at 86:15. I don't know if this stream's gonna get any traction. A lot of different sports today. But we have two kind of main slates, or two bigger slates for baseball today. I'm not quite sure the best way to serve content, but I think we'll focus on the early slate here for DraftKings. Fanduel has a very early only, kind of early, medium early, but also kind of late, a main slate, a late slate, a very late slate, a late, and then part of early combined. I don't know what they're doing over there. So we'll just kind of think in the DraftKings box on how to attack this slate. But of course, all the information will be usable everywhere because baseball is baseball. But we'll just work on the 6 games if everybody's cool with that. And then maybe we'll come back later. Can't hear me?
Is that any better? Is that better? Low mic. That looks better on the feedback chart thing that I got. Yeah, I think that's better. First picture. Nah, I need to. We good? So I did a full restart like earlier, and for some reason since I restart, it switches default mics on OBS. Yeah, I think we're good though. Free to rage. Music's too loud. Okay, alright, we can do that. There we go. Mic sounds like an echo. I think there's a little delay on chat. Yeah, well, unless we have double mic. No, I don't see double mics. How about that? I think we turned everything down, right? Music is louder than your voice. Can't tell. Big Allen. So fine now. Mike is worse than before. Am I getting trolled? Better, not perfect, but better. Does it sound like I'm on old-time radio?
Is that not the one? No, it's not.
Mic 4. Oh, that's not the one.
That's the one right there. That's the one right there. Alright, that's the one right there, but I don't know why. The sensitivity is too low. Fudge, man. Yeah. Alright, no idea. Let's delete the mic input. Or not. Now it looks like it might be better. Alright. How is this? This don't work. Bashing my head through the wall. Way better now. Just need to back off the music. This is kind of show we running here. We just turn the music off. My bad, chat. So I never turn my computer off, like ever. Sometimes I go weeks between shutting it down, and I always forget. about unintended consequences when I do shut it down. And I guess one of them is that it resets my settings on Streamlabs. Sorry. But I appreciate you guys catching that real quick. I don't even know what I was doing. I don't know what we were doing here. Baseball? I guess. What up, Sandra? What up, MacMan, Ryan, Robert, Jake, ACP, Ducking, Shannon. Almost won $12 single entry on DK yesterday. Swapped out Giants catcher for Jansen on Jay's last second. Still got like that. Oh man, it's always the late swap. What up, Steve, Adam, Matt? Was watching the news. Some story complained about stomach issues from Starbucks coffee that has olive oil in it. Yeah. Fresh beard trim. I didn't trim my beard, but I did splash my face with water, and yeah, probably should though. All right. Turn mic up a lot. I'm at wit's end here, man. I don't know. What up, Adam? Be grateful you don't have to do NBA today. Is there no NBA today? I still cover NBA. Like, I still do projections and the optimals, but player pools for NBA right now are they're just impossible. So I don't do that part. I usually don't do that the last 2 weeks of the regular season. Does your mic have a volume? No. Is this still that bad, y'all? You pulled me up on my phone. How about that? By the way, Richard Lopez, thank you for the sub. 11 game slate. Yeah, I still have to cover it. You literally can't hear me? We hear you then. So I know there was some issue, and I got no fix for that. But for some reason, like 1% of y'all have complained that you can't hear me. But that was already a thing. I don't know how to fix that. Yell and I'll be fine. We've got a couple of games on DraftKings. I'm not doing that. How are we doing? I don't play golf. I don't know golf, so I don't play it. One of these days. All my friends are sweating it on Twitter. It looks fun. I saw was there a popular withdraw? Started the tournament off. I don't know. It's fine. All right, we're fine. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll make it a priority to I don't know, man. I like the headsets. I have the Arm and the Blue Yeti and all that stuff, but it's just the headsets, they hit different. All right, we gotta do, man. We're wasting time. I'm wasting time. All right, I'm sorry about that opening chat. We got several games on the DraftKings slate. Fanduel's got like all kinds of weirdness going on, so we're just gonna focus on the DraftKings side and go from there. Golf edge is low. I can't sweat something. I don't think I have a chance. Golf edge is low. Yeah, I can't comment on anything golf. I really don't. I have no clue about golf. Will Z with Drew, and of course he was in my single entry. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, okay. So I don't understand. I mean, I guess I don't really play UFC either, and I always see fighters withdrawing and Twitter blowing up. So that's a shame. But no, I haven't got into it. But there's a ton of money in it. So any of you guys that are in any Masters contest right now, I hope you win it all. And yeah. All right, let's jump into the slate here. We're gonna go game by game real quick. I believe all lineups are out. So actually, let me type. We'll get to. Whatever. We'll go game by game here. Try to make a pitcher ranking pool. Should be a quick stream. I may come back later. Maybe. Don't. What's tonight? 5 gamer with Coors. maybe we do another one later. I gotta see what the airwaves look like and what the schedule looks like. But for now, we'll focus on this slate. Dang, we're only at 30. Is this gonna be one of those old school baseball streams? See, those of you that are around when we're pushing 180, 200, that's what I'm like, man, it blows my mind that we get those numbers. But I guess it's a afternoon slate on a Friday. What do you expect? Reds at the Phillies. First game on the docket. We got Hunter Green on the bump for the Reds. Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. A 3.3 run total for the Reds. 4.4 for the Phillies. 60-degree temps, which reminds me to go check out Mr. Ross' weather report on Roto Grinders. Looks like a pretty relatively quiet weather day, with Atlanta being the only game. Ooh, we might keep on that. So we're pretty clean. Yeah, just a cooler day. All right. Matchup wise, Hunter Green versus Zach Wheeler. Do we have Fangraphs? We do. All right, so we remember Hunter Green from last year. This kid throws super gas. In his first outing, he got 8 strikeouts, 3.1 innings, but 5 hits and a bomb. And that wasn't like his outings last year. This guy he's ultimate tournament pitcher, massive upside, negative floor, because I believe he only mainly throws 2 pitches, a fastball and a slider. We'll look at that. I do want to look at a couple of things from his plate discipline game log, namely the swinging strike rate, which was just 6%. That's actually crazy to get that many strikeouts in 3.1 innings. So I expect that to go up, because last year it was 14.5%. The other thing I'm going to look at is the velo from game 1. We need that second stream. I don't know, man. 36 viewers. I think I'm washed, bro. Average fastball velocity of 100.4 miles an hour. He threw that 70% of the time. Backed it up or slide. So he literally threw just 2 types of pitches, which was fastball, slider, and that is where I think the risk in him lays. Even with gas, if a hitter only has to guess on 2 pitches, I think it's going to create games where you get hit up a little bit. I certainly think he needs to develop a 3rd and maybe even a 4th pitch if he's going to be a starter. I mean, that type of mix is kind of the elite bullpen stuff, and we've seen this in the past. He reminds me of like old Chris Archer, who was mainly fastball, slider during his stretch. So we'll keep an eye on that. So at 7,600, he is a long shot tournament guy with upside, but it is certainly not a great part, not a great matchup. This is a Phillies lineup that is getting more injured by the day. Saw Derek Hall, who I believe got the call because of the injured Rhys Hoskins. So the bottom half of this lineup does kind of bottom out in terms of power and name value. But 1 through 4, namely 1 through 3, are guys I certainly would get to. So yeah, I think Hunter Green, if we're managing a larger portfolio of lineups, we'll put him lower in the tier 3. And then Zach Wheeler, looking like the ace of the slate, right? 9,400 on DraftKings last season, 3.1 expected ERA, 3.19 Sierra, 11.4% swinging strike rate. Already got some work under his belt. And Wheeler's one of those guys that when he's stretched out, he can go pretty deep into games. He saw 94 pitches against Texas, 7 Ks in 4.1 innings. That's a positive. The hits, not what you want. The homer, not what you want. But it's okay early in the season, so I won't overreact to some individual lack of success games. And we're going to have to learn to forgive a couple of pitchers early in the season where the metrics kind of still back them up. Like, I still played Chris Sale yesterday because in game 1 he had a 17% swinging strike rate. Now, the inverse is there are some pitchers that are getting beat up where the advanced metrics aren't on their side yet, like Corbin Burns, whose swinging strike rate in game 1 was like 8%. So in game 1 for Zach Wheeler, 16% swinging strike rate, only a 45.5% first pitch strike, so that's certainly a net negative. Last year it was 67%. You want to see close to 70% for that number. So that's going to be goal number one if we pitch Zach Wheeler today, is throw some strikes. Stop getting behind in count. Stop wasting pitches. And then looking at batted ball data, he had a 1.3 xFIP. And that's another number you guys should keep in mind if you're new to DFS. Results aren't predictive in and of themselves. There are some underlying stuff we can look at, and there's advanced metrics that are literally meant to be predictive. And Sierra and xFIP are two numbers that do just that. 1.83 xFIP for him in that game, but a 2.54 Sierra. Those are really good numbers. He also had a 50% ground ball rate. So looks like there was a little bit of unluckiness for Wheeler. What was the BABIP in that game? BABIP. Does this show BABIP here? BABIP was 462. That is hecka unlucky. So I'm looking for a bounce back from Wheeler. Only one walk with that 45% first pitch strike rate too. So good for him. So Wheeler easily going to be probably tier 1 here for me. And we'll go from there. In this particular lineup for the Reds, very strikeout prone. Just TJ Friedl has a teens strikeout rate against righties. We're talking a 1 in 4 average everywhere else. So I'm definitely looking for a lot of strikeouts out of Zach Wheeler today. And then what is his strikeout prop? Wheeler is at 7.5. I mean, that is a juicy line. 15.5 pitcher strikeouts. This one's interesting because 42.5 is his pitcher fantasy score. And it's rare that you're going to get into the 40s without a quality start. Oh, no, wait, what? Oh, that's strikeouts. I'm stupid. I was thinking outs. I forgot. I thought they... Here we go, pitching outs. They don't have pitching outs for... yeah, they don't have pitching outs for him. Okay, my brain just thought that was 15 and a half outs for Wheeler. That was not the case. So 42.5 fantasy score. All right, so they're juicing them up. But that's good for us for DFS because that's a sign that another projection model is pretty heavy on him. So I do like Zach Wheeler. He's going to be the SP1 here. Just in a longer range of outcomes, if you're playing 150 lineups, you just want to stack the ballpark, I wouldn't fault you. If I had to specifically look at somebody to be worried about, it's hard. I mean, I guess a 26% line drive rate to lefties. TJ Friedl showing a little bit of pop, but yeah, I'm way on the Wheeler side here. And then Hunter Green, that's where I'm gonna teeter-totter the seesaw a little bit. Have a little bit of both sides. Phillies run total wasn't anything astronomical, but 4.4 is enough to have interest, and there's enough paths to success here. I definitely like this mini stack quite a bit. Turner, Schwarber, and Realmuto. But sprinkling in Castellanos, Bryson Stott, Alec Bohm, those guys, I'm just fine with that. And then Brandon Marsh, he has a 32% K rate. But on those 2 pitchers, man, if he could sit a particular pitch, he definitely has a little bit of power. We saw that in the Yankee series. So Philly stack, yes. Red stack, not really, unless I absolutely want to diversify my portfolio to have every team. But I don't really feel compelled to do so. Let's get caught up on chat. The edge in golf is the best. A beginner that's never played a ticket can take out in ways in any other sport. Really? I don't know. I feel like baseball, you could luck box your way into a hit. What up, Patrick? What up, EB? Gotta do a late show for us, bomb detector or something. I mean, definitely bomb detector. No matter what, I'll have VIP coverage at Run DFS. I just gotta see where, if I can get in where I fit in terms of a stream. Because it's a busy day. Schmidt or Cobb, it's an SV2. Ooh. Here, what up, K Johnson? Can anyone else not hear? I hate that this is happening. it is still volume low. Maybe that's why no one's watching. Man, let me try something. Filters. Noise suppression. How about that? Let me just delete that. Alright. I took off all of the filters. Noise gates, noise suppression, blah, blah, blah. So this should just be as pure mic input as possible. Does that help? Now it's like a whisper. Maybe maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Stupid. So let's move on to the next game. Yankees and the Orioles. We got Clark Schmidt taking on Dean Creamer. It is better? Alright. Well, maybe that's the fix then. So every now and then you might hear trains and SpaceX and roosters. Not a lot. I don't know what else to do. I don't think I can get it any louder than this. I might just have to get a new mic for y'all or something. Clark Schmidt on the bump for the Yankees. Dean Creamer on the bump for the Orioles. Mic volume was always lower than other streams. This is the way. Properties. If I put a random 150, no. Well, I can't go higher than 150, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel bad that it's not working or not as high. I don't. No, I know what they're saying, but usually, yeah, you gotta max volume me. But I guess like you shouldn't have to. I don't know, man. I'll do some research. As long as we can like manage it from here, I'll try and figure it out. It's unfortunate. %60 on PC volume. Oh, well then you got 40% to play with. All right, Yankees at the Orioles out there in Camden. We got a 4.6 run total for the Yankees, 4.1 for the Orioles. Yankees favored, 60-degree temps here. This was the postponed makeup game. We got Clark Schmidt taking on Dean Creamer. So neither one of these pitchers inspire a ton of confidence, and both pitchers are in what I believe are bad matchups. 3.1 innings out of Clark in that first game, 5 strikeouts, a walk, 5 hits, and 2 bombs. He had a 4-3 ground ball to fly ball ratio. Creamer is somebody that is pretty mid for a pitching standpoint. 3 innings against Boston, 3 strikeouts, a bunch of earnings. So let's dive into some of the more advanced metrics. Clark Schmidt. Man, I'd say what I had a lot of hope for Clark Schmidt like 2 years ago, when he was just dominating at the AAA level, and then every time I saw him in the spring, he was just a gangster. But he hasn't really sustained that. I do like this 16% swing and strike rate, a 56% first pitch strike is not. It could be better. It could be a lot better. And then batted ball data, he's given us 50% hard contact in that Giants game. XFIP was on his side. So if we take the metrics that matter, the xFIP, the Sierra, the swinging strike rate, all that is at least encouraging. But like I told you guys to start the season, man, this Orioles team is a problem, and I'm going to be stacking them a lot. So this is a Scumdacker special, I think. Definitely 3 sides: Yankees, Orioles, Clark Schmidt. I guess there's no need to get to Creamer, but I'll at least have both sides of the Orioles Schmidt spectrum, just because Schmidt, I think, has enough strikeout potential on a smaller slate. Now, he would be very low priority tier 3. I would probably have him below Clark Schmidt. Hunter Green. But I don't hate him. What up, M? Volume's all the way, maybe too much metal in my day. Nah, it's definitely something on my end. I'll have to do some research and see what I can do to make me louder. Rose around a lot, yeah. And we've Trevino's catching, so whatever. So yeah, give me Yankee stacks, give me Orioles stacks. Let's do Yankees, Orioles. Yankees did have that surprise day off, so some of their perceptually better bullpen arms could be available today to maybe cut the game in half. But a lot of these bullpen arms haven't been pristine to start the season. And I think we're seeing that in a lot of bullpens right now. These guys trying to get in mid-season form. So you might see Jimmy Cordero, you might see Ian Hale, just depending on how laid back this game is. And then I think I saw Michael King was put on the IL, but don't quote me on that. And that would be a big name that's potentially not available. Marinaccio hasn't pitched since Sunday, so I would assume they absolutely want to get him some work. I guess that would be definitely Marinaccio. Colton Brewer's still trying to prove himself. And then so no Creamer. Looking at bomb detector from this game, Judgy 4.34, easily the highest in the game. 3.91 is your second highest from Adley Rutschman. Looking at Clark Schmidt's lefty batted ball data, he has had over a 1.2 home run per 9 in the last 2 seasons combined. High line drive rate. The park Camden, they pushed the left field wall back, so it has stifled some home run production from your big righties. But Adley batting lefty, getting over the right field wall has been easier to do. So Adley might be the guy to look for the bomb here. But I don't mind the full stack of either team. Phillies game only 7 runs. Seems like a homer game from both sides. Wheeler looked awful in Texas. Wheeler looked awful? The metrics don't say that. So I think after looking at the Wheeler game, the only thing that looked awful on paper to me was the fact that he had a 45% first pitch strike rate. But everything else from Wheeler was fine, at least metric wise. Maybe I'll go look at like the pitch type grades. But when we were looking at the stats that really matter from that game, they were on his side. He had almost a 16% swing and strike rate. And like I said, the 45% first pitch strike is not what you want. Go to the batted ball data. 1.83 xFIP, 2.54 Sierra. That's really good. Hard contact rate was probably higher than you wanted. Yeah, sure. Ground ball rate was 50%. That's what you want. And then the BABIP. It looked like he was a little bit unlucky. Wait, did I type in Wheeler? Or am I tripping? Yeah, BABIP was a little bit high. 462, 185 whip. So I guess I didn't watch that game. I can't watch every game, so I'll take your word for it. But man, the metrics, like just looking at the advanced stuff, I mean, he was still getting his strikeouts, and it just looked like he was unlucky when the ball got put in play. But let me look at the pitch type grades, pitch values. Pitch values were positive, not blowing you away. A little bit of positive. I guess curveball cutter was down. Then fastball velocity, let's see, 95.5 on the fastball, 86 on the slider. What was it last year? 95. So everything's like where you expected. So maybe, I don't know, we might be a little harsh on him. A little bit. Gio looks like my number one today. Get Pirates in Pittsburgh. Okay. What's up, Andy? You gave up 7 hits and 4 earned. You got BABIP? Yeah, you got BABIP. BABIP isn't necessarily the pitcher's fault, right? Getting a little bit unlucky. Your defense maybe doesn't make some plays. But like I said, results aren't always indicative of performance. I know that's a little confusing concept, and one of the concepts, if you're trying to be a seam head, that you have to kind of grasp. But I don't know. VIP for early slate. What up, damn Ron? Remember Creamer being decent at the end of last season. I definitely remember Creamer shutting the Yankees down last year, and it's very frustrating. In that first game, what kind of contact profile did Creamer have? Plate discipline. Maybe Damron can help with the mic issues later. 12.5% swing and strike rate. That's not terrible for Dean Creamer standards. I mean, last year he had a 10%. You would think that he would be getting more strikeouts with double-digit swing and strike rate. But I don't think I want to play him, so I won't.
Bing bang!
Living with Dameron super chatted $1.99. Pecker slapping ya. 777,777,777,777.
Santander could homer too, yeah. Nice lane of 200 plus ISO, 1 through 5. We're stacking O's, we're stacking Yankees. Sorry to be over simplistic there, but yeah. Damron with the 199, y'all. Shout out to Damron. Damron has the baby. Mariners at the Guardians. Next game on the docket. I think this is the Guardians home opener. Logan Gilbert on the bump, taking on Aaron Savali. My ears, yeah. That's part of the volume. I think the audio on that was actually normal. It's just apparently I'm so low that you guys have me cranked up so high that when that comes in at normal rate, it's like not what you want. I'm sorry, chat. I don't know. I have to spend some time on this today, figure it all out. Here, I'll mute alerts for the rest of the stream. Cubs pitcher a lock for Cavs? I don't think so. Logan Gilbert taking on Aaron Savali. Gilbert with a 4.1 expected ERA, 1.18 on the whip, 22.7% K rate. Last year, not really a team that we're expecting strikeouts from. Only Mike Zunino has a super elevated strikeout rate. And he's a scary bet when you don't strike him out. I do think you can get to some Guardian stack if we've kind of really adopted the hit for average, get on base, stolen base stuff. Matt can juice up a lineup. I think the Guardians are fine to get to. You do have to deal with 40-degree temperatures out there in Cleveland, so don't expect this to be a power stack in progressive. But I do think there's enough multi-hit and stolen base potential on this team that I would want to get there. Savali against the Mariners. Savali had a 24% K rate last year, a 45.7% ground ball rate to righties, just a 35% to lefties. We'd probably want to see that go up a little bit, but his strikeout rate to lefties kind of sneaky. Bottom half of that lineup has a couple 30% strikeout lefties or switchies in the left batter's box. Cal Raleigh as well. That's kind of interesting. That seems like an anomaly, but is Savali? Nah, right? No, right? No. Savali low-key usable for tournaments. 7 innings against this same Seattle team. 12-6 ground ball to fly ball rate. Didn't really get strikeouts. 24 DKP. Now, this is probably a great inverse of not being results oriented, right? Against killer, yeah. 6% swing and strike rate, but almost an 80% first pitch strike. 4.21 xFIP. So again, the inverse where we could probably expect a little bit of regression. We do like the 63% ground ball rate, the very low hard contact rate. I think Savali might be usable, maybe more so on Fanduel, where that pitching profile has a good chance to get you to that quality start. What kind of fantasy point prop can we get on? See, he has pitching outs. I don't get it. 5 Ks though. So I'd lean the under on Ks, but I'd lean the over on outs. Interesting. Second time against batters. Here we go. Yeah, Cosmo, I don't know what to do with the volume, bro. I'm on my wit's end with that crap, and I just can't troubleshoot it while I'm live. So I do apologize if it's just, like, not usable. I'll try and investigate after the show and see what I can do to fix it. I literally taken off every filter possible, so I apologize. But hopefully next stream we'll fix it. But yeah, seeing a team back to back, you know, hitters usually have that fresh info, which you did last week. So yeah, I would lean to say that it favors the hitters, but I don't think it's a massive jump one way or the other. But yes, having fresh information on a pitcher within a week, you know what I mean, for that pitcher's back-to-back starts makes sense. Can't wait for DFS to come back to Ontario. Yeah, I don't know what that's looking like. I know my boy Raj is on the receiving end of that unfortunate ban. What about Gilbert? So Gilbert's profile is something that I would take shots on against a different team. I just don't want to pitch against the Guardians because it's never an upside spot ever. Like, they just don't strike out, and there's just plenty of alternatives for me. So, like, I guess if you're running 100, 150, but I'd be super hyper focused on Zach Wheeler. Giolito we're gonna get to him. I guess after that, like from a real life pitcher standpoint, he's probably top 4, top 5 in real life talent. He had 7 Ks last time. That's really good. Let's look at those game metrics. Yeah, Guardians generally won't reward a pitcher with a high strikeout game. There's 16.5% swing and strike rate, just 56% first pitch strike, batted ball 2.49 xFIP. If I had a stretch, I would put him as the 3rd or 4th best pitcher, real life pitcher on this slate. So I guess we put him in the pool. I'm gonna put him as tier 3, but he's gonna be, yeah. Matchups bad, pitchers is fine, right? And the cold temperatures generally do favor the pitchers, but like we just said, back-to-back starts, hitters usually have that intel. And Savali's a guy I really like on Fanduel for get into the 6th, 7th inning decently enough. We've got Astros and the Twins. Wait. Oh, I thought this slate was about to lock now, bro. Jose Urquidy taking on Sonny Gray. Urquidy's got a 4.56 expected ERA coming into the season, 19.7% K rate. Sonny Gray last year, 3.67 expected ERA, 24% K rate. Both guys have a little bit of work under them. And this is another game that has a wide range of outcomes. Urquidy in his first game, 82 pitches, 4 innings, 5 strikeouts, a couple bombs. And then Sonny Gray, just 1 strikeout, 5 innings against KC, 7 ground balls, no earnings in that game. You'd want to see more strikeouts. I do have respect for the Astros. Typically, this version of the Astros lineup is, it's not a matchup with a ton of strikeouts and then a little bit of power to be scared of. But I could understand wanting to just bet on talent with Sonny Gray. We've seen a couple of pitchers steal some good DFS games against them. So we'll look at both of their advanced metrics from game 1. 8% swing and strike rate for Sonny Gray in that outing. Batted ball data, 7.2 xFIP. So for him to have no runs on an 8 Sierra and a 7.2 xFIP, ran a little bit lucky. What was his left on base? That might have something to do. He had 100% LOB. That makes sense. I'm stupid. 176 BABIP. That's pretty lucky. 18% walk rate. So you would like to see him sharpen up because he was certainly on the lucky side. Give it 1 barrel, 10 hard hits. Alright. So ran good. Sometimes it's okay to run good. He said I'm gonna do some light research. Now I want to do some research. Michael Conforto mom. That's not her, right? Is it? Is it? Okay. Well, that's all I'm gonna do. He said some light research. Oh, that's great. Urquidy in his first outing got like a black and white photo. 13.4% swing and strike rate. 60% first pitch strike. Advanced metrics were fine. Hard contact was elite. Ground ball rate, fine. BABIP was unlucky. Dude, is Urquidy playable? Probably in that shuffling them up tier 3 area, Urquidy and Sonny Gray. I wouldn't push back too much. Am I going to the early? I'm going to do early slate in this stream. We may come back later for a main slate, and then while the Yankee game is going, I'll see if I can't figure out how to get you guys some better audio, because that's unfortunate. Like, I don't know. I'm at my wit's end with that stuff, but it's only on here. I don't have that problem on anything else, so maybe it's just the software. I don't know. But I want to look at the airwaves before I commit to a stream, because if there's too much on, I mean, heck, we're only at 50 viewers. I love you guys. I'm just saying, like, the last couple of baseball streams been popping off. So I don't know. People give up on baseball already, or you guys just think people are working at 1 p.m. on a Friday afternoon? Probably a light 4 corners, right? 3.6 run total. 3.6 run total for the Astros, 4.1 for the Twins. So pretty much same environment and run total as the Guardians game straight up. And I think we kind of just bank on talent on slates like this, where there's a lack of far and away, great spots. Because I don't really think there's a massive, like, maybe the White Sox against, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. So we just take some shots on talent here. I think we are stacking Astros. to an extent some Twins, but the Twins kind of fall off really fast. So I'll have more Astros interest. And Twins. Friday time of day, and people click in. They're like, I can't even hear this bum. I'm out. And then they're out. Give it up. Yeah, hopefully it's the work thing. But yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. Do we want to pitch? I'm gonna leave those two off for now. Urquidy's very interesting. All right, White Sox at the Pirates. So when I first opened this slate, White Sox stuck out to me the most, other than Yankees and Orioles. I think the Orioles, as much as I hate my life, or I hate to say it, like Orioles, they have a lot of upside today. But Giolito versus Rich Hill, I love this White Sox team generally against left-handed pitching, and I'm just looking at this lineup 1 through 5, 1 through 6. Looking at bomb detector kind of on their side, the OPSs, the ISO, like there's a lot to like here in this White Sox lineup against the, let's say an average pitcher. So certainly we'll get to some White Sox stacks in PNC. Let's look at Rich Hill's last outing. Yeah, I do think it's the time of day, because I was looking at some other streams this morning. It's just kind of light, no biggie. I think I told you guys though, there's probably an above average chance I can't stream the next 2 days. We'll see 6% swing and strike rate in that opening game against Cincy, 90% zone contact rate, 45% first pitch strike. I'm guessing 60% curveball pitch type, 40% curveball, 46% fastball, a little bit of slider. I mean, very hittable stuff. XFIP round 4 ground ball rate was really low. He had a 63% fly ball rate, 14% infield fly ball rate. Home run to fly ball was there. So yeah, I'm all over the White Sox bats. As fun it is to root for Rich Hill. And then Lucas Giolito. Is spring break still for some people? That's crazy. I'm not playing Rich Hill. Lucas Giolito, I think we do get to some Giolito, and I think he has a case to be tier 2. Yeah, his fastball's a changeup, right? 12% swing and strike rate for Giolito in their first game. That's not great. It's not terrible. 56% first pitch strike. 4.3 xFIP. We want that down. Sierra was fine. Ground ball rate was linear. Yeah, basically no line drives, but yeah. 14% infield hit. That's a little unlucky. How about the velos? 93.1 on his fastball, 82 on the slider. What was it last season? 93 feels low, but it's actually higher. Okay, that's good. About 9. So that's closer to his 21 velo, and in 2021, he had a little bit higher K rate, higher swing and strike rate, and just generally better season. So that's a good sign. Yeah, I think I'm in on Giolito in this particular spot. Let me look at the pitch report. Fastball, slider, changeup. Ryan Reynolds has been a problem. He looks like the biggest problem here. So I'm gonna get the Giolito, and I might go tier 2. Maybe it's a double-sided sword there. I do think the Pirates are not as good as the Fenway series. I think that was just a bunch of mid pitching to way below average pitching. So I'm not expecting that every slate. And you put them against an above average pitcher, I think you're going to get some better results for the pitcher now. So I'm going to go Giolito. I can understand some Pirates interest, though. For me, it's pretty coagulated on Brian Reynolds and O'Neal Cruz. So I don't know that I'm going to commit to the full stack, but that's how I'm going to play that. Giolito gives up righty power. Yeah, 1.72 homer per 9 to righties last 2 years. I don't have any righties on the Pirates that I want to tap into. Kutch, Brian Hayes, There's a 09 ISO against righties last 2 years. Connor Joe, former Rocky, great. There's just nothing here that I want to get into. I guess delay homered in the Fenway series, but so what, right? So I think you can get around that. What up, Rob? Just ordered Marco's Pizza. Yo, we have a Marco's down here. I want to say my sister got some the other day. She like loaded it with a bunch of stuff that I never eat. I only got one game left. Take a pause for the cause if you guys want to get into the spreadsheet. So when this slate locks, I'll start adding in the night slate stuff. That way it doesn't confuse people. So if you guys want to tap into that, go to rundfs.com, click VIP memberships, find something that's right for you. Week pass, 2 week pass, month pass. We're on dial-up internet apparently, so it'll load, I promise. There we go. Yes, pills are good. All right. Year pass, MLB season pass. Everything comes with a fantasy cruncher voucher, and you get access to the rundfs.com VIP discords. And I think Monday, Tuesday, when they go back to the night slates, we've been doing this cool thing where we've been just like hanging out in Discord, and I screen share all the games legally, and just kind of sweat baseball and hang out. So next night slate, we'll probably do that again. So go be part of that. It'll be fun. Royals. Did Royals ever put out a lineup? Well, yeah, they did. All right, so let's get that typed in, and then we'll break this game down. We'll get out of here. Salvador. Kyle. Hunter Dozier. Lopez. JBJ. Matt Duffy. Good. Marcos. I'm pretty sure there's a Marco's Pizza in my town. I'm assuming it's a chain. I honestly thought it was a local thing. Let's see. 3.4 run total for the Royals, 4.8 for the Giants. Giants have the highest run total on this slate. That's pretty I don't know what word it is. It's pretty interesting for a team in Oracle to have the highest run total, right? Brad Keller is the reason. 4.37 expected ERA last season, 1.5 WHIP, 16% K rate. We've seen a little bit of power surge from the Giants in the game since Yankee Stadium. I guess game 2 in Yankee Stadium, they did just fine. But we got some power in this 1 through 5, right? 200 plus ISOs against righties. That's what you want. And Brad Keller against lefties, 1.26 home run per 9, over a 1 homer per 9 the last 2 seasons, and a pretty low K rate overall. So I get it. Taking my honorary bong hit. Well, I feel like as soon as I read that, I started coughing. So we're connected somehow. Imagine chasing the Giants. You think it's chasing? I think it's chasing. I mean, I don't know what the ownership says. Ownership says, yeah. On a 6-game slate, though, it's hard not to see a team or two. Dude, I hope I don't get sick, man. This little weather change in Texas the last couple days is like, oh. Some rain came through last night. It was so cold. Okay, it was cold for me. I know a lot of you northerners. Huh, cold, huh? I'm under 10 feet of snow right now. Still had to walk to work. Man, my throat is itchy right now. Brad Keller had a 13% swinging strike rate. What? This is Brad Keller, right? I typed in Brad Keller. Just in case. Alright, that's not too astronomical, I guess. 4% above his average. Possibly Phillies. Yeah, who to play, Sean? We're chasing the Giants. Not playing any team who just scored 16 runs. Giants either strike out a million times or go off. They went off last game. Cool. Yeah, okay. Good for Brad Keller there, though. 4.58 xFIP, 489 on the Sierra. Ground ball rate 50%. Keeps the ball on the ground here. It's incredible that his home run per nine is what it is with such a good ground ball rate. 52% last year. But yeah. And then on top of that, I think the Royals bullpen is nothing to be too fearsome of. So I think that helps get the 9 innings of quality. Lamont Wade, Michael Conforto, Jock Peterson, Mike Yastrzemski, David VR, all guys we can get behind. We could definitely get behind the Giants stack here. I wouldn't say that they're my favorite stack. I know the run total's in their favor. Taking the blinders off, I think it's Phillies and Orioles for me as far as upside in decent spots. I know this is crazy, but I'm gonna slightly agree with Sean, but under a different reason. And it's just ownership. The highest owned team is in Oracle. You know what I mean? Oh man, I need a cough drop or something. I'm not playing the patterns to either or every other game. Man, chat. I'm gonna ask my sister if we have something that could help me out. Oh man. I've had a cough in years. This is not a good time. Royals against Alex Cobb. So you guys talked about Alex Cobb too. So just trying to diversify pitching. 3.17 expected ERA last year. Cobb's metrics always look good. You want to talk about consistently unlucky? Cobb was that guy for me. Because every 5 days I'd be on the Alex Cobb train, and then something dumb would happen. Usually BABIP to death. So let's go look at his game 1 results. 8% swinging strike rate. That's not what you want. Love that he threw strikes, though. Almost a 90% first pitch strike. That's good. A 1.2 xFIP is freaking pristine. 2.1 Sierra. All of that is what you want. For DFS, though, we'd want to see some more strikeout potential. And 333 BABIP, so even in that game, that's hilarious. And the Royals do offer some strikeouts here, so I do think we get to Alex Cobb. We hope that his strikeout stuff comes back, right? Just a little bit against this lineup. He did get 6 strikeouts? How? There's been a lot of backwards Ks, or he just missed the bat where he needed to. So we get the Cobb. We get the Cobb here. Now, let's do this. Just for, I like Cobb more than Gilbert, Green, Schmidt. So if you're a Viper, that's the separation. Giolito tier 2, Wheeler tier. That's how I'm ranking pitching right here. And then this is not necessarily a rank, but if I had to rank stacks just based on what we're looking at, I think it's Phillies and Orioles, then Yankees. Actually, I don't even know if Yankees would be above White Sox for me. But that part doesn't matter because we're going to be able to distribute them. But the pitching, because Zach Wheeler's probably going to be like 50% on, right? Yeah. I don't know how heavy we go with Zach. I might go 80%. Leverage over the field just because I think he's easily the best pitcher on the slate. And in the best matchup. All right. 90% first pitch strike, I would think. Yeah, you would think so too. Actually, zone contact was high too, 86%. 78% contact. Zone percentage was 38%. Yeah, only at 37%. You're right. Here's the difference. 48% zone swing percentage is I guess that's how he's stealing strikeouts. Last year, that was at a 63. So he had a little bit of luck there. Yeah, and yeah, they were kind of light on the swings too. So Yankees just weren't swinging. All right, so that's our slate. You guys got any anything? Any questions, comments, concerns? I don't have any. We'll look at the bomb detector. I tweeted it. It's not really like any crazy scores here. Judgy's at the top. Buxton's up there. Those two are just always up there when they're on the slate. Schwarber's up there. I'd take that, sure. And then it gets like to just fours and you know, right at high threes. So not a big day for power, or at least not a big slate for power. Maybe the night slate will be different. Who's the chalky stacks? Looks like Giants, Yankees, White Sox. But it is a smaller slate, so you just kind of expect some teams to be chalked by default. But on top of what I just said about the stacks that I'm on, I think Philly and Baltimore make a lot of sense. And looking at the ownership, you know, outside the top three, I'm fine with that. So I'd probably use them in like single entry to circumvent the chalkier 3 stacks above them. All right, 53, you guys hanging out, man. It's one of those streams we actually are getting close to likes and viewers. I'll look at the airwaves. I'll see what the schedule's looking like. I'll try to find a wedge to do a night stream. I really want to figure out how I could fix this audio for you guys. So I'll do a little bit of research on that. I apologize for it. We'll try to fix it. If we can fix it, that'll improve quality for everybody. And if we can come back a little bit later, I will. But I don't know for sure that we can make that happen, because
don't know if we did it. It might be what, 5 Eastern. There's gonna be a lot of stuff on the airwaves, right? There's gonna be a lot of NBA shows. We'll see. Go over pitcher rankings. I just did that, Alan. No, this is how I rank it. Wheeler, Giolito, Cobb. If I was running 3 lineups or 20 lineups, I'd probably just be on these 3 guys. As I wanted to diversify 150, 100 lineups, then I start getting to these guys. But these are the front 3 for me. The audio is better now. 100% better now? Somebody said it was still low, though. All right, we'll look at it. But I'll try it. I'm going to try and enjoy some Yankee baseball, find some breakfast. And then, yeah, I'll see where I can fit in. If you guys are in the free Discord, or if you're not, we have a free Discord. I need to do better at like using it. But every time I go live, I put an announcement here. What the heck is this? And then I'll announce when I know for sure if I'm gonna stream. I'll announce the time. I might just have to go live opposite an NBA stream from like the other guys, even stochastic, which means like it'll just be like 40 of us, but that's fine because it's baseball. So we'll do that. If you guys want to hang out in the premium Discord or get to the spreadsheet, go to rundfs.com, get yourself signed up. Anything else for me, drop it in chat or twitter.com/Gundakra. I appreciate you guys, though. I do. I appreciate you guys. Tell somebody you love them. I may see y'all later. I love you. Good luck. God bless. Go win some money.